Hello children, how are you all? I am fine here and expect the same from you. I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bardhasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see 12th standard botany, chapter 2, classical genetics, right? What I mean by genetics, children? Genetics is this branch of biology that deals with the study of inheritance. You see, we get some characters from our parents, right? So, that is the inheritance. So, genetics is the study of inheritance, and when compared to all other sciences, genetics had revolutionized the world to a great extent. No other science when compared to genetics has changed the world very much, because genetics has its influence in the field of medicine, biotechnology, agriculture. So, genetics made a vast changes in many other fields of biology also. So, now we can study what is genetics and who introduced the term genetics. So, children, what do you mean by genetics? What do you mean by genetics? Genetics is the study of inheritance. Study of inheritance from parents to the offsprings. From parents to offspring. Offspring means what? What do you mean by offspring, children? Offspring means next generation. Next generation. So, what is the genetics? Genetics is a branch of biology that deals with the inheritance of characters from one generation to another generation. We get the characters of our mother. 50% we get the characters of our mother, and 50% we get the characters of our father. Likewise, in plants also, some characters are inherited from the mother plant to the young ones. So, the study of genetics, right, it was introduced by a person called W. Bateson. What was his name, children? W. Bateson. In the year 1906. Just underline it, it is an important. Who introduced the term genetics? W. Bateson. And now we are going to study about the major disciplines of genetics. What are all the major disciplines? In that, the first one is a transmission genetics, right? It is also known as a classical genetics, and the second one is a molecular genetics. The third discipline is a population genetics, and the fourth one is a quantitative genetics. So, now let us see what are all the explanation for it, right? And first one we are going to study about this transmission genetics. What do you mean by transmission genetics? So, some characters are transformed from parents to offspring. So, the characters transferred from parents to offspring, and it was also called as a classical genetics, and it was proposed by Georg Johann Mendel. Who is the father of genetics, children? Mendel, right? It was also called as a Mendelian genetics. So, the first one, the classical genetics, it is a study of characters from transferred from one generation to the next generation. And the second discipline is that molecular genetics, right? That is the study of inheritance, structure of gene at a molecular level. For example, you can see our gene, it consists of, for example, if you take our DNA or RNA, it is made up of many molecules such as carbon, right, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus and nitrogen bases. Nitrogen bases. So, the study of the structure of gene at the molecular level. What is a molecule? Group of atoms make a molecule. So, study of structure of gene at molecular level, we can say it as molecular genetics. There is a separate topic called molecular genetics in your 12th standard zoology. Next one is a population genetics. What do you mean by population? Population is a group of individuals and genetics is the study of inheritance. So, population genetics refers to study of inheritance in group of individuals, in group of individuals, right? Individuals. So, population genetics is the study of inheritance of characters in a group of individuals, but here it is the genes are expressed, only few genes are used here, only few genes are involved in transmission. And quantitative genetics is also same as a population genetics, that is study of inheritance in a group of, that is a population, but here the traits, the characters are controlled by more genes, So, it is an important 3-mark question, children. What are the disciplines of genetics? What is the first one? Transmission genetics, molecular genetics, population genetics and quantitative genetics. And now we are going to study what is heredity and variation. Genetics is also the study of heredity and variation. What is heredity? Heredity is the study of inheritance. Study of inheritance or transmission of characters from parents to the offspring, right? So, some characters in many cases we resemble our parents. So, that is a heredity. And what do you mean by variation? Variation is the study of differences. Study of differences in characters. So, in many characters we resemble our parents, but to some extent we also show some difference from our parents. So, the difference between the parents and the next generation we call it as a variation, and this variation is of two types. One is a discontinuous variation and another one is a continuous variation. So, it is an important question, children. Distinguish between continuous and non-continuous variation. So, now let us see into it. So, first we are going to see what is discontinuous. Discontinuous means some variations will be limited. For example, you take a pea plant. One is tall and another one is dwarf. There is no intermediate varieties between them. So, if the variations are limited, it is said to be discontinuous. Continuous means here the variation at all the levels from extreme to all the levels of variation takes place. So, now let us see one by one. So, the first difference is that here the variation is limited. Here the variation is limited. But here in continuous variation, variation occurs at all levels, from extreme to the last level. And second one is that here in the discontinuous variation there is no intermediate, no intermediate forms, and that's why I told you, that is in a pea plant only the tall and the dark variety is there. There is no intermediate form. So there is no intermediate forms and no overlapping. No overlapping. But here in the continuous variation the characters are due to the combination. Here the combination of various characters takes place. Here combination of characters takes place, and the example for discontinuous variation is, you can say, style length in primula. What is primula, children? Evening primrose plant. In that you can see the style appears only in 3 levels, right? So style, what is the style? It is a female part, right? Stigma, style and ovary. So this is the style. So the style length in primula, that is in the primrose plant, and then plant height in pea, in the garden pea. I told you only 2 varieties are there. One is tall and another one is dark. One is tall and another one is dark. Only 2 varieties are seen. And the example for continuous variation is human beings, height in human beings. For example, you can see the persons at various levels of height, children. You can see a tall person, less than him, less than to a dwarf. So the variation occurs at all the levels from one extreme to the another. And the another example you can give as a skin color. Skin color, yes, from black to white. There are many colors, right? Some persons, there may be a slight variation in colors from one person to the another. So these 2 are the examples of continuous variation. And the last difference is that the discontinuous variation is also called as qualitative variation. We can also call it as qualitative variation. But in the case of continuous variation, we can call it as quantitative. What we can say? Quantitative variation. So children, this is the main difference between continuous and discontinuous variation. And now we are going to see some of the importance of variation. It is also an important question. What are the importance? Why variation takes place? What is the need of variation? And now the first point is that survival of the fittest. So, okay, in the struggle for existence, according to Darwin's theory, in the struggle of existence, only the organisms with variations become the survival of the fittest. Only with the variation, the organism become the survival of fittest. And the second importance is that adaptation. Only due to variation, you see children, many natural calamities takes place and some persons escape from it. How? Because due to the changes that takes place in our body, they get adapted to the environment. So adaptation means they adapt themselves to the changing environment, So that's why they become survival of the fittest, right? And next one, provides the genetic material. Yes, only the genetic material can be provided only by the variation through the natural. In the natural selection, what? The variation provides the genetic material. The genetic material for natural selection is due to variation only, right? And next one is that increased resistance. If some variations only made the plants to adopt to the pest resistance, increase yield, better quality, lesser input, everything, all the qualities have been improved only with the help of what? Variation. So variation has increased resistance to the pest, to the climatic conditions, right? And the last one is that the raw materials for evolution. Raw materials for evolution is provided by the variation. Without variation, there is no evolution. You know, children, we exhibit variation so that only the human population undergoes evolution. For example, before we are Homo erectus, later we evolved to Homo habilis, Neanderthal man, and finally now human Homo sapiens. So we are all the best example for evolution. How it is possible? Only through the variation. So this is the questions as asked in your study material, children. So let me ask you some questions. Arun, just answer my question. The variation in the characteristic in which individuals show a range of traits with small difference between them, we call it as what? Continuous variation. That is, I told you, tall, next. So there will be only small difference between them. So answer for the first question is continuous variation. Next, the term genetics was introduced by, yes, very good, W. Bateson. Which year I said? 1906. And the study of hereditary behavior of several genes by Gregor Mendel. What is the thing? Classical genetics. Also, it is also called as a transmission genetics. Yes, very good. Transmission genetics. Next, I will ask you, Arvind, just answer my question. Transmission of characters from parents to offspring. Yes, what is the name of the lesson? Genetics. That is heredity. And the qualitative inheritance is otherwise called as discontinuous variation. Quantitative, continuous, right? So we studied, these are all the 1 marks in your study material. So these are all the questions asked related to this topic, children. So first one, name the sub-disciplines of genetics. What are the disciplines? Transmission genetics, molecular genetics, population genetics, quantitative genetics. Next, importance of variation. What is the transmission genetics? 2 mark. What is molecular genetics? What define population genetics? And last one is define quantitative genetics. And apart from this, define genes. What are genes? Genes are the basic units of classification. Next one, what is heredity and what is variation? What are the types of variation? So these are all the questions given in your study material and question bank. So children, with this session comes to an end. So go through the topic well and try to answer the self-assessment so that you can understand how far you learned the topic. Okay children, thank you. Have a nice day.